Well guys, welcome back to the nest. Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back for another movie review. It's getting very cold outside, my granny's kitchen windows are steaming up. I don't know whether that's cold or from the cooking. Well, I can never tell. But anyway, welcome back for another movie review. Tonight's review is Beneath the Planet of the Apes from 1970. Yes, this is the second movie in the original Planet of the Apes series. I will admit, not as good as the first one. It was a good movie, but not as good as the first one. Like, I did enjoy the first one a lot better. It ended in such a big twist. Taylor found out he was on Earth the whole time, and he was stuck with Nova. Then they continued their search into the wasteland of Earth, but then all of a sudden Taylor disappears. He ends up seeing these fake fires and he disappears into the cliffs, leaving Nova all alone and devastated. However, an astronaut named Brent has landed on Earth, and he's actually been looking for Taylor. I wonder how they knew each other. Were they working in the same space shuttle, before they left Earth? Because I know that this, I think this takes place like about 5 years after the first one, because I know that this film's set in way thousands of years into the future, in the year 3955 to be exact. God, no, I don't want to do the math just to work all this out. But anyway, he manages to come across Nova, and he actually starts wondering, have you seen Taylor? Where is he? But per Nova can't speak. I wonder, actually, like I said in the review for the first one, I wonder why the humans in this can't talk, why it's just the apes. But, Brent is the same as Taylor. He has landed on Earth, but he doesn't realise. He thinks he's on the alien planet while Earth has just been absolutely devastated by the impact of mankind. I will admit, I do think that Taylor and Brent look alike, only Brent has a beard, Taylor does not. But whenever Brent and Nova come across the Ape City, it's a city of apes. But luckily they've got good old Cornelius and Zira to help them out, and they managed to escape from the gorillas, commanded by General Ursus. I will admit, I realised while watching this movie that this movie more focused on the humans and their discovery on what is underneath Earth rather than the apes. I know it's called Planet of the Apes, but this is more focused on hence the title, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. They go, while escaping from the apes, Brent and Nova go underground and find the ruins of this subway station. Okay, so after watching the first movie and only realising now in the second movie that this actually takes place in New York, so it does, because it's got the Statue of Liberty. Then they go underground and realise, I used to live here. This is my home. An underground subway station from New York. Statue of Liberty is way too big to go completely under, so all the human artifacts, everything that was all human, is now completely underground. But Brent and Nova come across this large church hall that is populated with these mutant telekinetic humans. They rip their. I actually don't know why their faces are completely masked. It's all just skin and nerves and bone underneath. It's just an absolutely horrific sight. And whenever Brent and Nova drank that water fountain, I thought it was I thought the water was polluted, and that's what was making him try and strangle Nova to death. But it was really the mutant humans that were making him attack her. And they worship an atomic bomb, also known as the Doomsday Bomb. So basically, if this bomb sets off, it'll destroy Earth. They actually imprison Brent, and it turns out that that's where they've had Taylor the whole time. So they're the ones who captured Taylor by creating these fake fires and these earthquakes. I always used to think, it was the Earth, maybe earthquakes and natural disasters caused Earth to go desolate and be overtaken by completely evolved apes. But no, It was man's own doing, which might happen to our future. So we just need to make sure we don't cause global warming or anything. And what's quite ironic is that the telekinetic people say that we are a peaceful people. We do not kill our enemies. We make our enemies kill each other. And they just made Taylor and Brent kill each other. Well, if they were really a peaceful people, would they really be trying to make Brent and Taylor kill each other? But the thing I loved to see most of all was after spending two whole films of not talking at all, Nova finally managed to say her first word. But I was quite disappointed. It was quite her voice is quite husky, probably because they've done surgery on her vocal cords. That's something I find funny. Whenever Zira says to Brent upon meeting him for the first time, "I'm a veterinarian." So basically, the humans are the animals. Yeah. We're the ones who are meant to be taking care of them. Nah, they're the doctors. We're the vets. They're the patients. Like, humans are the vets. Well, apes are the patients. That's how it's meant to go. But I guess apes have just completely evolved that they realise we've had enough of being raised in zoos. We're going to take over the world. And we'll see, to be fair, all three of the big apes, orangutans and chimpanzees and gorillas, all three of them are endangered species. So they are. Particularly the orangutans, I think, because I do know that they live in the forest, and a lot of them, well, all three of them live in the forest, but I do know that orangutans, their homes get destroyed. Anyway, but yeah, Nova manages to say her first word, Taylor. Sadly, whenever the apes raid the home of the mutant people, Nova gets shot. But I will say the good thing was that she finally got to speak. We finally got to hear her speak after two whole films not saying anything. She learnt well from Taylor and Brent. I don't know who loved her more, and I don't know who she preferred, either Taylor or Brent. Maybe Taylor because she knew him a wee bit longer. Brent's just a complete stranger in this movie. He just got on her horse and then he's like, "Take me to Taylor." But despite his pleas for Doctor's S, Taylor gets gunned down by the apes anyway, after so many of the mutant people have committed suicide and they've been captured by the apes. And I will admit, I wasn't really happy with this ending. Like, after Brent gets gunned down and Doctor's S is like, "You want me to help you?" Because I don't know if I said this in the first one, but I do think Doctor's S thinks that he's a good person and all this. Like, he even admits himself that he thinks that the humans are the bad guys, when really it's him. He's just led the whole ape society to believe that humans are foul creatures who will torture apes for their own amusement. Well, apes are very smart animals. We've evolved from them. We're the most smartest species on the planet, but there are plenty of animals in the world that are smart as well, like elephants, dolphins, nearly everything. But with his last breath, Taylor accidentally presses the doomsday button, presses the crystal to activate the doomsday bomb, and has one last thing to say to the ape society. "Bloody bastards!" Boom! And Earth is absolutely wiped out, and as the narrator says in the end, one star in the galaxy has now faded away. It's completely gone. And it's just sad that this movie ended the way it was. Beneath the Planet of the Apes wasn't as good as the first one from 1968, but I do know that there are 3 more to come, but I'll get on to them very soon. I'll probably give this film probably like a 6 out of 10, to be honest. It was alright. Like, I wasn't too happy with the ending. Earth got destroyed and Nova got killed. So unfair. She lived her whole life as a slave, and now, well, actually she did die free, because she died away from the clutches of the apes as a free girl. But Earth is completely wiped out now. I wonder what's going to happen in the next 3. Just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's not only the end of the review for this film. This is the end of my of the 1970 era. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of good films. I know that came out in 1970. I've only picked The Aristocats and this movie Beneath the Planet of the Apes. But I will say for the next, I will say we also lost two good figures in 1970. We lost Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, two great rock musicians. But that's life, I guess. So we are now moving on to 1971. Now, I've looked through the set list, guys, and I will admit, hopefully this is where you guys are going to be more familiar with the movies. Hopefully this is a wee bit of a turning point, in the set list for this channel. Hopefully you guys will stick around to see more, because I'm really enjoying all this so far. Don't forget, guys, I am absolutely addicted. So far, like all the movies I've seen so far, I'm absolutely addicted. We've passed 200 subscribers. We just need to keep pushing on, guys. Because in the next few months, this channel is hopefully going to blow up, and there's going to be, well, I'm not going to spoil the surprise. So just stay tuned to this channel. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys keep coming back to watch all these reviews, and you're excited to see what else is in store. You're excited to see what movie I review next. I enjoy it. I enjoy communicating with you guys very much. Don't forget to like, comment what you would like to see next, subscribe, turn on your notifications, tell your friends about this channel, and I shall see you guys in the next video where we begin the era of 1971. So keep in touch, guys. I shall see you in the next video. Love you all to death.